fucking blessed with that group.
Been a long time without you. Been a long time without love. Everything reminds me of you, but everything is not.
Hey everyone, me again. Welcome to the Fun, Love and Money channel. Today I've got something fun for you guys on the fun theme. And one of the things I've loved doing ever since I was about 14 years old is going out clubbing. I always looked a lot older than I was, so when I was like 14, 15, I could have passed as sort of 18, 19 without a shadow of a doubt. I used to be the one in our group who used to go and get the cigarettes and the booze from the offbeat without getting ID'd, and I could get into nightclubs from that age. I remember I was 14, first time, me and my friends, we snuck out, we were in Chiswick, we snuck out from my friend's house, I was staying the night, and we walked all the way to Ealing Broadway to go out clubbing. And then after that, when I was at Richmond College doing my sixth form, the clubbing scene in Kingston was really hot, as well as in central London. So we used to go out quite a lot, and everybody from our college used to be in the clubs then. So clubbing, very exciting, but it can also be quite an intimidating environment. It is a good place to meet people. People often go there. So you used to see everybody from college back in the day. I don't think it's as big now clubbing as it is now. This is kind of back in the 90s, where you would be in your English class with somebody or in the maths class or whatever you were studying maths, and you'd see them in the nightclub. It was a big kind of social place. And even nowadays, people go out clubbing. It's a great time. But as I said, it can be quite an intimidating environment for people. There's a lot happening. You've got loud music, you've got lots of people coming in and out, you've got quite intimidating door staff, and yeah, it's quite an intimidating environment. A lot of people are trying to pose and show face and things, but in reality, what you've got to realize if you do feel intimidated is everybody's kind of in the same boat. People are not sure of themselves, you don't know who you're going to bump into, but it's also exciting and can be quite scary at the same time. So I'm going to go through some tips on how to enjoy going out clubbing. First thing I would say is realize, as I said, everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's going to be a little bit overwhelmed. So try and be relaxed, try and enjoy it. And the first thing, especially if you are a guy and you do think, oh, I want to go out and pool, don't make that your objective for going out. If you do that, you will come across like a hungry, desperate Dan, and the women will not like that at all. So go there, go in with a couple of your friends, go out there to have a good time, have a few drinks, listen to some good music, have a bit of a dance, let your hair down. If you use it as that environment, you're more likely to pull than if you go in there thinking, oh, I got to score. Because I guarantee you, if you go in with that mentality, you never will. So go out there and enjoy it. Another thing as well is a lot of guys, they like to say, yeah, I like to roll deep with my boys, and they'll turn in with an army of 10 or 15 guys. That's not cool. That's intimidating. People will not want to mix or interact if there's a massive group of guys. Girls will be intimidated. Other guys will be intimidated. And it can kind of change the atmosphere. So go in with a couple of your friends. If you've got female friends to go with, like, as I said, I go with my girlfriends, I went with my girlfriend, her daughter and my daughter. So going as a group, going with a friendly attitude, a friendly vibe, and you'll find that energy will be kind of fed back to you. Another thing, also realize which kind of club you're going to. So if you're going to like a new age alternative club, kind of that plays psych trance, don't go in there dressed in Armani gear. It's not going to look right. So go in dressed for the vibe, and also find the right club for your vibe. If you're, somebody who likes to dress sharp in, designer gear, find a club that people like that will go to. If you're kind of into hip hop, rap, stuff like that, go to a club that will kind of play that kind of music and have that kind of vibe. If your vibe is, as I said, like psych trance, alternative, go to a club or a festival that kind of caters to that kind of clientele. So realize like what you're looking for and what you're into and what your vibe is, and get into a club that way. One important tip that's always worked for me is always be really friendly and good with the doorman. So as you meet the doorman, hi guys, how you doing? Ask them a few questions. Some of them are going to be a bit grumpy and moody. A lot of them are going to be friendly. how's it going, guys? Pays to be like that. I mean, we go to a club here regularly near my house in Spain. I'm friendly with the doorman there, the head doorman. I always go and have a chat to him. How you doing? I'm coming out for like a cigarette break. How's it going? You guys busy? Just have a bit of a chat. And then whenever he sees us, he kind of doesn't charge us. He lets us in for free. We don't have to queue up. And then if there ever is a situation in the club, always being on side with the doorman can help, because the doormen have to make a kind of a snap judgment decision if there's a situation going down. And if they know you and you chat to them and stuff, it's very much more likely to end up in your favor than if you're somebody who comes in with attitude and doesn't kind of respect them and respect what they do. So always really important, keep the doorman on side. Same as the bar staff, give them a tip. You know, like if you give the barman, if there's a big queue in a busy nightclub, give the barman a €5 tip, they're more likely to remember that. So if there's a big queue and loads of people are queuing up, they're more likely to see you. How you doing? Thanks a lot. Polite. They're more likely to come to you. I always do that. I don't like queuing up for 20 minutes to get a drink. So, always make sure you look after the staff in the nightclub and they'll look after you. And, it's always nice to have kind of friendly faces around in any environment. Another thing, don't drink too much and get to the club too early. Burn yourself out. By the time the club starts to come alive, early hours of the morning, you're all pissed and tired and you're kind of really overwhelmed. You kind of want to go home. So pace yourself. Drinks are quite expensive, so have a couple of drinks before you go in. There's nothing wrong with that. And then just, kind of sip on, whatever you like to drink. Have a sip. Don't just go crazy and neck 3-4 drinks in the first hour, because it's not gonna be good. Pulling. So this is the thing. As I said, number one golden rule: don't go there with the objective of pulling. With 15 guys, all of you thinking, "Oh, I'm going to pull. Look at that girl. Because you're not. You're just going to put people off, scare people off. And one of the things I used to do, I'm happily in a relationship now. I've got a really good relationship with my beautiful girlfriend, Gosha, and we go on really good together. And but if you do ever want to pull, lock eye contact with someone. It works in the clubs as in other places. Lock eye contact, smile. If the spa's reciprocated, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? Normal conversation, and just going. One of the things that is an absolute killer is hesitating. And I saw one guy in the club the other night. He was looking at a couple of girls dancing. Good-looking guy, tall, handsome, nice shirt, nice hair, looking fresh. And he was looking at a girl, and you could see it was kind of, do I approach, then I approach, do I approach, then I approach. And then you could see that his energy changed, and his energy kind of rose with this kind of nervous energy. So then when he did approach, he came across not relaxed, not sure of himself, not kind of in his comfort zone. And that kind of reflected across, and he kind of struck out. So one tip always worked for me when I was single and I was pulling in clubs is, if you do want to approach somebody, make it quick. Don't overthink it. It's like trying to jump into a really cold plunge pool. If you see like an ice cold pool of water, if you stand there and you're like, do I jump in? Do I jump in? It's going to be a lot harder than if you just think, just go for it. Go straight in. How you doing? Whatever, air kisses. And then you're going to carry that kind of much more of a relaxed energy than if you kind of do I, don't I, to make the approach. Golden rule works with anything, works, in any environment. If you want to chat to a girl, don't waste time. Just go in, hey, how you doing? And if she's not interested, don't be rude. Don't be an arsehole. Just say, all right, have a nice night, girls. Take care, and walk away. Often killing people with kindness has a better effect than, and a couple of times that's happened, and girls have actually come back to me. I've gone in there and I've been like, they've been giving me attitude, and I'll be like, have a nice night, girls. I'm going to go. Take care. Bye-bye. And just walked off. And some of them, sometimes they've kind of come back to me and wanted to speak to me after that. So don't be like, oh, you fucking slag, you fat bitch, I don't fancy you anyway, which some dickhead guys do. Doesn't work at all. So that's another tip. Bonus tip for people that are older who want to go out clubbing: always train your body clock. And I realized this when I was going to festivals. So I used to go to like 5-day-long festivals that would kind of go until the early hours of the morning. So what you would need to do is, and I found as I got older, is that I can't sleep in past 8 in the morning, 8, 9 in the morning. I always wake up anyway. So what you need to do is train your body clock to be able to have like a siesta in the afternoon, and then you can go. So simple way of doing this: get up at 9 o'clock, don't toss and turn in bed with a headache, get yourself up, do what you want to do, go to the beach, go and get some food, go and do some sightseeing, whatever you're doing whilst you're on holiday or at a festival or whatever. Afternoon about 4 o'clock-ish, get yourself ready, brush your teeth, get yourself ready and go to bed. Sleep off till about, I would say, 10, 11. Get up, shower, shave, have some food, make yourself look fresh. Then when you hit the clubs 12, 1 o'clock, you're going to be fresh, you're going to be ready to go, you're not going to be tired, you're not going to have been on your feet from 8 in the morning and then have to do it for nearly 24 hours, because you're not going to have that energy and that vibe. And then when you go there, if you are able to pull and you do get with a woman, you're not going to have not slept for 24 hours and not really be in the mood. You're going to be fresh. You're going to be like that morning energy. So that's a tip. Train your body clock. Do that for like 2 or 3 nights and you find you'll have a nice nap for a few hours in the day. You'll wake up fresh, get yourself fresh, and you'll be ready to go. That's a tip for you there. Follow, like, subscribe. I've got some cool nightclub stories from over the years that I can tell you, which would be quite interesting. But yeah, hope you enjoy the channel. Take care. Bye-bye.